Yes, welcome again to at Cartoon Network. And today, we are, in fact, for me, I'm very happy that it's another chance that we're meeting again. So today, we are going to talk about wrong place, wrong person, and even wrong timeline. Sometimes, maybe even wrong address. Before we continue, like, subscribe, and comment. Ring the bell down below so that you may not miss any other chance when I post some new videos. So straight away, let's start. There's this time, maybe you are somewhere and then you don't know anybody, and then somebody comes and then tells you that even the way you talked, I hated you. I just didn't feel, I didn't feel your vibe, or maybe what you're talking is out of the topic. You're not even there. But let me tell you something. This world, if you live like maybe you want to please everybody, my friend, there's nowhere you're going. So, if, the only thing that I want to tell you before you even continue further talking too much, don't live a life of regret. I don't live a life planning to please anybody. It won't help. Never. So, there's some things that we sometimes we think that maybe doing it makes us be Christians or makes us feel like, today God will just see me through and everything that I'm doing, oh my God, I just be pleasing God. Yet you're not even doing it. Maybe if the pastor says that in the name of Jesus, and then he calls instead of Jesus, he says another name, and then you say that okay, well, now when you're praying, you're saying that I'm calling the name of my pastor or the God of my pastor. Who told you that is Christianity? That's a fake thing. Have your own belief. If you're going to church, there's some things. Example for Catholics, for us, me, I'm a Catholic. Sometimes people, there are so many controversies, so many things. People are saying that, oh, Catholics are, they worship idols, they worship what? The Pope is in Illuminati. My friend, let me tell you, everybody's living his or her own life. Me, I don't know about the Pope. Me, I know about myself. I know about Jesus. I know about who I'm serving. So if maybe you're saying that that person or anybody apart from the Pope or anybody, maybe you're saying those people who are rich, they have only satanic things that are making them rich, and you are still there, you're not rich. My friend, if you feel that's the way that people become rich, go follow them. But if you know that you're not being persuaded that everything that you want to do should be right according to God, or even that what you want in your life, you just want it to fulfill. You want to fulfill the commandment of God. You want God to be with you. Everything will be just fine. You did not. Don't live a life of maybe saying that me, if I don't do this, my life will not be complete. Somebody said that you are struggling. Don't worry. One day you'll die and then it will just be fine. Who told you to be fine? The people you are leaving behind will be crying because of you. They've lost you. They've lost somebody that is. You mean a lot to somebody. Maybe for the person, maybe not even the person, the people that you're related to, maybe you're associated to, they don't see the value of you. They don't see anything good from you. They don't see anything that you can give them. But then there's somebody, even if it's one person, no matter how little that person is, no matter no matter what this person is giving to you, or even no matter, maybe this person is your child, or maybe your friend, or maybe somebody else somewhere, not even around you. Maybe this person sees you and then says, I wish I could be like that person. I wish. Because you're his or her role model. Don't look down upon yourself. Don't look down. Don't start saying that, oh, me, I'm not even worth. There's nobody loves me. No, before, if you don't love yourself, nobody will love you. Nobody. Or maybe those people who love you, they'll be cheating you. Simple. There was this person who was walking. No, he was driving a vehicle. And then he was driving, like, let's say, V8, something like that. And then he saw somebody with the Rolls Royce passing. And then he said, oh gosh, me, I'm just driving this container. I wish I could have that Rolls Royce. And then there was somebody who was riding on a motorcycle. And then saw this person with the car. And then said, God, I wish I could have that car, that V8. And then the same person, so there was a person also who was cycling, and then said that I wish I had that motorcycle, I could go faster. And then there was somebody who didn't have legs. They said that, God, I wish I could stand up. Because what we have we don't appreciate, we don't see the value of it. But knowing that there's somebody somewhere who wished for what we have. This but even there's a story. There's somebody who, you know this person only had one cloth, a shirt and a trouser and a slippers though. So this person was tired. He was praying dearly, asking God that, God, me, I need to change my clothes every day, every year in, year out. I only have these clothes. My friends even are changing and their wardrobes. For me, I have only this one. Me, I'm going to die. I'm going to commit suicide. Though, so this person went to the forest, removed all his clothes, and then tied a noose in the tree. When he was about to take his life, then he heard somebody shouting and praising God. God, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you very much. Thank you for answering my prayers. I've been in this forest for more than 20 years, just praying that one day you'll help me get clothes, even if it's one, so that I can hide my dignity and then walk. And then this person who wanted to commit suicide had this person then said, you, hey, those are my clothes. And then said, no, these are my clothes God gave me. You, the way you want to die, you just die. No, just die, just to go. It shows us that what you have we don't appreciate. Maybe you have anything. My urge today or my prayer today, I'm urging you that don't look down upon yourself. Appreciate what you have, no matter how little it is, no matter what people say that you are, no matter the benefit you're giving to a group. Without you, that group will not be the same. Maybe you say that our group has all sort of people. These people are very bad. These people don't want to listen to rules. They're breaking. They're doing what? So you only want angels in that group, no? You want angels. You want saints. You want everybody to be good. If that group that you're saying, maybe you only want good people to adhere with the rules, adhere or do anything. If you say that tomorrow you're coming at 8, people will be there by 7 waiting for you at 8. That will not be even it's not a group, because there's something you are missing. Because if you are making rules, these rules, I don't know how to say or tell you, but these people are there to make the group grow and make you as a leader maintain your self-esteem, maintain your dignity, maintain your principles. Saying that if it's Monday, not Tuesday. We are not procrastinating. We are not doing it like maybe they want. We are not here to please everybody. And then they see the benefit of the group. Act the hard way. Play hard. Then you'll see the value of what you're doing. This I'm reading a book. I was reading a book here. It's called Seeds of Hope by Henry Newman. Newman reader. Yeah. So this part here about ministry. He said that ministry means the ongoing attempt to put one's own search for God with all the moments of pain and joy, despair and hope at the disposal of those who want to join this search but do not know how. Mhm. That is called creative ministry. Imagine you are sitting there, you just want that, Lord, me, I want to serve you. Maybe you are a man, some, yeah, just somewhere. You just say that, Lord, me, I want to be a priest. So you want the bishop to come from where he is and then come and ordain you in your house. Are you normal? Or maybe you are a girl and then you say, me, I want to join a religious life. Okay. You want the sisters to come and take you from your home and then, no, listen. The only thing that you need to do, take a step forward. You want to get employed and then you're sitting at home. You're sitting at home, you wait for the boss, the any company that you want to work for. Maybe you want to work at NTV, you are a reporter, you want to be a reporter or a news anchor. But then you say that, okay, for me, I want to be a news anchor, but I don't want to work. I don't want to go there. I'll just apply online. Okay, you have applied online, so you don't want to go there. God punish you there. My ancestors, who I don't know, try kill with epilepsy, but yourself. Walk. Take yourself from that comfort zone. If it is maybe hustling, hustle, make ends meet. That's when you understand, you learn. You learn the hard way. Nobody, listen, you see those people who are making it, those people who are very rich, you just admire them. Example, Jalango. Maybe you've heard about Jalango. This person started way back. He was very poor. He didn't, there's some videos or photos seeing him. You've seen him fishing, and then some people are just saying that, no, it's a Photoshop. No, he can't do that because he's rich. Everybody starts somewhere. Nobody just wakes up and then says, boom, you are rich. Okay, if you want to do like that, go and dream. Dream and then don't wake up. Got yourself. If you are living in this world and then you want to succeed, take up your tools and walk. Walk from morning till night. Then see if you are walking, you will not bear fruit. hmm That's for me. And my word for you is that never give up. Don't be ashamed of what you are doing. For example, me, I'm an artist. I draw very many things. But then if I go to a group and then say, maybe all these people here, they are learned. Some of them are even intellectuals. You see? So people are introducing themselves. The first person, I'm a lawyer. The second, I'm a doctor. The third, I'm an engineer. And then for me, I want to frame, I'm a pilot. If my God is somewhere there, he'll just come and slap me with sickness, make I die. Because it's not right. It's not. Just be proud of yourself. Maybe this person, this lawyer, wants somebody who can draw. Wants an artist, you see. Or maybe he or she had somebody saying that, I want somebody to draw this wall. I want somebody to sell for me his or her own art articles. And then you are there. Me, I'm a pilot. Who wants to drive planes here? You are a pilot and then you are living in a ghetto. And maybe, listen, living in a ghetto and then you are a pilot, that's not a problem. You see? Because in that ghetto, there are very many people who are learned, who are working, who are doing very many things. But then you are living there, nobody has ever seen you going to any. Just listen, don't frame things. I don't want to maybe talk too much about that, but don't frame something. If you are this, be that. If you are A, be A. And then if you maybe you are A and then you want to be that A but work towards that B. There's a day I was talking to my friends and then we are planning about maybe one day, okay, we'll just go to spend some times maybe at the beach, and then the cost is maybe 10,000 like this. So I told them that I know the cost is too much, but let's work towards that goal that we're going to Mombasa to the beach, so that if that time comes and then we see that all of us, we have not reached that maximum, that amount. Maybe all of us, everybody has contributed 8,000, 8,000, 8,000. We can find somewhere else to go, and then we'll go and spend some nice time there. But then our goal was to go to the beach. But then our pocket is not allowing us to go there. See? But then at least we had the hope. So next time, if maybe it's planning, we'll plan earlier. Or maybe if it is contributing, we'll try to work much harder to get that money, that 10,000 Kenya shillings, to go there. You see, it's just a matter of working towards what you want. Normally I say that if you want to see things brighter, don't put your hands. You see these lines? If you put them like this, you'll see them clearly. But then if you put them like here, you won't see anything. That's life. If you want to succeed, move from your comfort zone. Take off anything that wash your face. Wake up fresh, with fresh mind that you want to do something. And then if you go out, see things clearly. Don't start saying that, me, I want this, but this one should come first. Don't work with conditions that, yes, some conditions are good though, but don't put something that, okay, me, I want to start a shop, but I want a loan of 30,000. Yet you don't have even, maybe yourself, you don't have any source that will bring you that 30,000 to pay back. Or maybe your work, you don't see even you've not even tried it. You've not tried maybe telling people about your work. You're just there. Me, I want 30,000 Kenya shillings. Who will give you that? Even if you come to me, I'll slap you and send you away. Because you should have something to start from. If you want to sell an article, start from somewhere. You just don't start, maybe you have done something and then you say, because you have never sold to somebody, and then you say, me, my work, I'm going to sell it at 100,000. And then you put it there. And then you have fixed it, it's 100,000. Somebody's giving you 30,000 or 20. You're saying, no, me, I want 100,000. Yet you have never sold anything. No, it doesn't work like that. No, never. It doesn't work like that. You see? So, my word today is very simple. If you know your worth, don't let anybody pin you down. Or even yourself, don't pin yourself down. And if you know what you want, work towards what you want. Life is not easy in this world. You see? Somebody, maybe you are in primary school, in preschool, in maybe class 8, and then you're saying that, I wish to go to join the high school. Somebody's in Form 1 or Form 4 saying that, I wish this 4 years to end faster. I want to go to the university. Somebody at the university says that, God, I just wish this. I want it to go faster. And then you just do like that. You just want it to go faster. Then you don't work very hard. You see, you don't measure your time. You don't arrange your, I don't know. You don't play. Yes, the right word is planning. You don't plan very good. And then boom, the years go faster. Let me cut that story short. Let me ask you a question. Have you realized that if you don't plan things, the time goes faster, very quick, very, very quick. But if you plan things, you just say that tomorrow I'm going to do this. These are my goals, these are my ambitions. It goes very slow to give you time to do those things. But then if you don't, you're just there. It will go faster, and then you'll just be surprised. Oh, boom, it is 30-20. I'm still unmarried. I'm still living in my parents' house. Or maybe I've not achieved anything in my life. You are 50 years. You have achieved nothing. Totally nothing. That's very bad. You see, very, very bad. So let me tell you one thing. If you want to achieve yourself, if you want to achieve what you want to do, just like I was saying before, get out from your comfort zone. Just to wake up and then prepare yourself early in the morning and then walk. Mm? Go try what you wanted to do. If it's even doing something extraordinary, do it. And then you'll see what you want to do. It will succeed. There's nobody, there's no time for correction. There's no time for regret. Don't regret. Don't live a life of regretting. It doesn't help. That's for sure. It doesn't help. So I want to tell you today is that no matter how hard you see the life is, God always prepares you for what. God can't give you something. God never gives a man what he can't bear. Never. If God is giving you 10,000 shillings per month, is preparing you maybe to receive 20 or 30. If I give you 100 shillings today, and then you plan that today in this 100 shillings, I'm going to buy this, this, this. You see, you're planning, and then tomorrow I give you 200. You know how to use it, and then you start saving. So that's how God works. You may see that the life is, you are struggling, everything is not working out, and then you say, God, why? God, why? Just say thank you. Thank you for preparing me because of the life ahead. Everybody, anything that you are doing, everybody opposes, everybody hates you. Don't worry. Wear that tough coat. It will help you. Help you very much. That leather jacket, don't remove it. Don't. There's a rain that is coming in front of you. I don't know if I should call it earthquake or El Nino. That thing will hit you very hard. So if you have that leather jacket, it will help you. So, but if you remove it, you'll suffer. Suffer with the capital letters. Suffer. Then you underline it. Then you color it boldly with black. Underline it with red. You will suffer. But if you work hard, and then you see that my life, I don't want to spend it like this. Don't live a life of maybe saying that my father or my parents are rich, so I'll inherit. Who told you that they inherited? Or if they inherited, they didn't they didn't maybe spend it very useless, and then it just it's done. No, they worked very hard to maintain it. So even you, if you want maybe to inherit it, start working hard to maintain it. Listen, there was this man, the wife died, and then he had only two sons. And all these two sons were very lazy. And this man was very rich. And then he knew that these children are very lazy. So if I leave them, they won't work. They'll just sleep and maybe say that, oh, I'm not working. My father has this and has that. So when he died, he wrote them a letter. Instead of the will, he wrote them a letter. And then the letter was reading like, my sons, I love you very much. And my will for you is that I left something, a treasure box, in the pillar of this building. Yes, in the pillar of this building. So for you to get it, you have to demolish the house and then get it. Because you just can't get it like that. You have to demolish the house and then you'll get it. Then they said, okay. They demolished the house, and then they got the box. Inside the box, instead of the treasure, they found a letter saying that you have just destroyed it with your hands, and it's your time that your same hands are supposed to build it. They were devastated. They were shocked. Then they started saying that we wish that we couldn't do this. We wish, but we didn't know. We just wanted something very fast. Work for what you want. Life is not easy like the way we expect it to be. No, it's not. So, from, before, before we complete my talk for today, thank you very much for having time to listen to me for what I had to say for today. I'm waiting for your comments, and please like, subscribe, and follow. Ring the bell so that you don't miss any episode or any video that I'll post soon. May God bless you, and ta-da! Let's see each other next time.